Hi everyone, welcome to the next part of this series, this lovely picture from Johanna Basford's new book. We're going to be doing the window today. Now I am very undecided about how to do it, but I've just had an idea. I'm not going to go for it. So what I've decided is we have a sort of purple and pink theme going on at the minute, with the walls going to be pink at the moment. That's what I'm planning. So I thought I want it to be nighttime outside. I thought we could just do it blue, and we have a dark Prussian blue in our. Oh, I just put my light on. There we go. A Prussian blue in the Castle Art set, and that's what I'm going to do. And I'll just show you. Where should I start? Anywhere. I just put on a light-ish, not that light, layer. How I'm going to do this is I'm just going to do each pane separately, and I'm going to just do it a little bit darker around the edge where the frame is. And then fade it towards the centre. And I hope that will sort of work. It's just a little bit different to any ones that I've seen, and quite straightforward really. And it's going to fade it back a bit, which I really want the sphere to be the sort of main focus of the picture. So I thought this would not draw the eye in the same sort of way. I had considered doing a galaxy sky. I've got a tutorial for that, so you can go and dig into that if you think that's a good idea. But I thought there's a lot of purple. Usually in my galaxy sky I do lots of purple, so I sort of thought it might just be too much purple. So I decided against that idea in the end. I just do it like this. I'm not going to actually complete this on video because it's the same thing over and over. So I've shown you how to get started, and I'll leave that. I've also not got loads of time for this particular video. My husband's due back with the groceries soonish, and I think that looks fairly glassy because you've got light and dark. I don't know, just me. Now the small lines I'm going to do in black, so I'll just show you that. I'm actually going to do them last. See, I've gone over the lines and I can just colour over it in my ivory black, but I'm only going to do these just because black can be a bit smudgy, and if I go out of the lines with this I might end up smudging it into the blue. So that's how it's going to look. Just do it on those two so you can see, and it'll be throughout. I'm just trying to decide whether to do this inner frame in black as well, and I think I will. So this inner part here will be in black. I'll try and go over it a little bit so it's quite a dark, firm black, if you know what I mean. Quite solid, like that. So I'm not going to do any more, as I say. I'm going to do that off camera. But I'll show you how to do the outside bit. I'm going to do that in a sort of silvery type colour, like I did. We did some silver further down in the, I say yesterday's, not sure, in the last video. So I'm going to use my cool grey again to create a silver effect on this outside frame, and I'm going to keep it really simple like I did earlier. So I'm just going to make it darker here and just fade it, and darker here and just fade it so we've got a little bit of white like that. And we just keep doing it all the way across. Oh, my nose wants to run. We're all full of colds this weekend. My one son was really poorly Thursday and Friday. He's feeling a bit better now. My husband's got a bit of a throat on him. Sore throat. My other son had it, I think, the week before or last weekend. It's just going around all of us really. But luckily I'm not too bad. So you can see how this looks like shine, and I quite like that effect. Obviously we've got a silver pen here, and so it looks quite different. I used to be a bit scared of doing a silver pencil effect like this and mixing it with silver pen because they look so different, but I'm not anymore. I just mix them up a little bit. I think it can work. Now these are cross ones. I'm just going to have a think. I think I'm going to do it like this, so I put the shine in the middle that way. I don't know if that will look a bit odd. No, I'm happy with that. That one is not very good. Hang on. I'm going to grab my eraser. Erase back a little bit. Didn't really do much, did it? There we go. Now I'm procrastinating, trying to decide what to do at the bottom, so I'm going to do this side while I think. See, this is something I think some people do when they're colouring, is they spend a lot of time stopping and thinking, whereas if there's a bit I don't know how to do, or a page I'm not sure how to tackle, I just miss it out and come back to it. I would never leave a whole page like that, you know. There's always something that I know what colour I'm doing it, so I do that. Now these two windows or shapes, I think they're windows, and I'm going to use this Prussian blue behind and probably just a black frame because they're so small. So I'm going to do those again, not on camera, so just telling you now. Now getting the Prussian blue so that it looks lighter in the middle is going to be quite tricky in that small space, and I won't get too worried about it. I'll just have a go. If it's too small, I won't worry. I'll just put some blue in there, and hopefully because it looks similar, it will look similar to this. You'll be able to see it's a window anyway. So I think for the fact that I'm only using one pencil, this silver effect is quite effective. It's so easy. It can, you know, it looks better if you use black and then a different grey and a lighter grey and all that. But you know, I think it's perfectly adequate. You can certainly see what it's supposed to be, and you don't need to go to quite so much effort. I'm looking at my candles, wondering whether to make my candle light silver. I know it sounds mad, doesn't it? But it's a magical room, so I don't know. Now, what do I do with these? I could make a bit of shine there, or I could make it shine that way. I think I'll make it darker here. My brain says that is where it would naturally be darker. We'll put a darker bit here so we can get a bit of shine in there. Like that. There we go. Yeah, now we've got a jewel at the top here. I'm thinking a sort of pinky colour, just because we've got a lot. Our wall's going to be pink. Maybe not then. Could do purple. We've got a lot of purple going on. Maybe if we do it, yeah, if we use this purple, it's a different type of purple. It's more pinky, and it'll stand out. It's a lot darker than the wall, so it'll stand out. So gems are daunting for some, but I'll show you my little trick. So underneath here, darker, and then lighter as we go up towards this bit, because that bit is sticking out, I think. So I want more shadow and depth of colour at the bottom of each piece to try and give the impression that this bit is coming out towards us, even on this top one. And then for this I'm just going to put a few lines across so it really looks like it's catching the light. What I would normally do as well is add a bit of white. I'm just seeing if I've got a white. The white, oh I've got, yeah, I've got a Jelly Roll 10, I might use that, it's quite thick. And what I'm going to do is try and eliminate some of the black lines or fade them down a little bit to make it look more shiny. So those are the ones around the centre of the gem, and maybe just the tops or a little bit of these ones going downwards as well, like that. There we go. I'm not sure how shiny it looks, but yeah, there we go. Now let me see, where should we go from here? Should we do the door? Now I was thinking, oh, let's just do wood, you know, nice brown wood door. But I'm thinking now, I'm just looking at that door and I'm thinking, look, we've got a carpet. This leads into another room, but this window leads outside. What sort of strange magic is that? Anyway, I'm wondering whether to do the door blue wood, because we've got a sort of purple pinky colour scheme going on. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it quite pale though, so it doesn't look like the window. So we've got a cerulean blue light. I'm going to start with that. I'm just going to put some colour all over the door. And I'm thinking about that little window in the door, wondering what to do with that. Now usually I do my doors brown, my wooden doors, but although this is wooden, it could be painted. So you know, it's okay to have it blue, I think. No, I do like a warm brown colour, but you know, I think this matches in better. So I think, yes, that's why I'm doing it. I've also noticed we've got a bit of skirting board at the bottom of the room. I'm not sure what to do about that colour. It's, in my house, my skirting boards are all white, but if we leave this one white, it will really stand out, because we haven't. I want these white stars here to stand out, so I don't want the skirting board to just look like I forgot to colour it. So I may just I've got carpet to do, or flooring to do as well, haven't we? I may just do it slightly darker shade to the wall or something like that, just so it tones in. So that'll be okay. We've got a piece of wood panelling here as well, which again I'm not going to do in brown because I don't want to introduce any sort of warm brown colours really. Right, so there's our basic layer. Now I'm going to think about where it needs to be darker, such as here. So I'm really going to layer it up here. And under here, it's going to be darker on this side, a bit lighter as we go the other way. And here I think it's going to be darker, be a bit lighter up there, so like that. Now, the main door, this isn't, I think I might just go a little bit over some of the knots. But you don't have to worry too much about the pattern, because you can just let it shine through, you know. I'm just going over with another layer because it's a bit messy. And we've got a lot of white paper showing through. You think it could be a sort of shabby chic scumball painted, she says, pretending she knows anything about interior design type door, but not sure. I'm quite happy with it looking quite rough like that. I'll decide later if I need to put a little bit more on it. But I'm thinking about this panel and this wall. We've got a ceiling, a floor and a carpet. And we've got the door handle. Let's do the door handle in a silver. So I'm going to make it darker at this end. And then a bit of light in the centre. And darker on that edge, a bit lighter on the top. And then here I'm just going to put a lightish bit in the middle, like that, and make the keyhole quite dark. There we go. Now the window I was thinking of doing in this sort of grey as well, but really light. So I'm holding my pencil quite far down. I'm applying a really gentle pressure. Just leave it like that. I'm not going to do it like I did the big window. It's just going to be really light. Now the wall inside here, we could do the same colour as this room. I think I will. It'll blend in a little bit, but I don't mind. So the rose pink is the colour I'm doing for this wall in the background, so I'm going to do it the same for here too, and up there. Now I'm just going to do for my wall a really light layer like this. So this is exactly how I will do it when I come to do the background. Like that. Now that, I guess that's the skirting board, isn't it? Just grab my hanky while I have a think. That panelling, I think I'm going to do it slightly darker blue. Where is it? Here it is. So we have a sky blue. It's just a bit darker than this one. It just doesn't look like I've done it the same colour. Do you see? You can just see a slight difference. I can see now that I've missed that bit, so I'm going to go back in with my cerulean blue light and just, there we go, tidy that up. It's a good thing we're trying to make sure you remember what colours you used, so you can go back and do that sort of thing. I tend to leave them not sitting properly down in my colouring, in my tin, and then I know I've used them. Not when I'm making a video, I just shove them by the side of me because I have to write down all the names and numbers for you. Skirting board. What colour is that? No. Let's do the rug. Let's do the rug in purple light. I'll think about that skirting board in a minute. Now I think I'm going to use this purple light also for a bit of this rug and a bit of this rug. Oh, you can't see. For these rugs as well. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to do these little stars in this colour rather than the main part of the rug. And then just think of the other colour in a minute. It's like little magical splodges. It's quite fun, isn't it? There we go. And on this one it's stripy, so I'd actually colour it in the direction of the stripe. I think then it just works better somehow. Johanna's done a bit of twisty something. Maybe that bit should have been a different colour, never mind. And so, yeah, we got stripes. It's interesting, isn't it? I find it her choice of doing a pretty homely rug underneath a wizard's potion table, or whatever it is. It's quite fun. Can you see all of this? Yeah. So I've got to think about what other colour to do with this. Do I do another pink? Do I do a purple? Do I do a blue? What I'm actually going to do is quite a close colour to this, because otherwise I start eliminating colour options from my bottles and things like that. So that is the purple light. I think I want to go lighter or darker. What's that colour? I really want to go lighter, so I'm going to use the Grenadine light. And because it's lighter, we can colour right over the top of these stars or flourishes or explosions, magical splodges, whatever they might be, like that. And then do these stripes. You can have a look and see if you think it's too much pink. No, yeah, I've often said I'm not a big pinky person, but I've been joking with my workman that I wanted the kitchen painted pink, which I did suggest it would have matched, but nobody else was happy with that. My husband had a colour in his head and we had to go for it, so that's what we've done. And some people really will dislike it. The workmen hated it. When they opened it, I heard them, I was upstairs, and I heard them go, "Ugh, that's revolting," when they opened the paint tin. But it matches. So whether that means it's all revolting or it just sort of works. I'm just going to do that bit a little bit darker so that you can sort of work out that it's a bit different. Okay. I'm just going to go back over that, it's a little bit messy. There we go. Now, I still haven't made a decision about skirting boards because we've got to have the pink wall. I think they need to be pink. What's this? This is the cherry pink. Let's use the cherry pink. It's quite a nice pink. And we'll do all the skirting boards just so I remember. Oh, there's a bit. I've got to find them all. My husband said, when I said, well, we're looking for keys and doors, he said, oh, it's like Where's Wally? Not really. Sorry, Where's Waldo if you're in the USA. I don't know why we've got a different name. Waldo is just not a name that I've ever heard of, so maybe that's why. Okay, this door frame I'm going to do, and then I may leave it. I'm going to do it in a blue. What's that colour? Yeah, I'm going to use the, oh hang on, no, that's it. I'm going to use the indigo light. Okay, I don't want it to be dark, really dark. So I'm going to use it lightly, if that makes sense. It's a light. It says it's light anyway, but it can become quite intense. So I'm just going to try and get it even, but not too intense, by just doing a few gentle layers, and sort of layering as I go. I hope you can see. And there'll be quite a bit for you to do if you're colouring along in between videos on this one for the window. And now I have absolutely definitely decided that the wall's going to be that colour, that can be done as well. I'm still not sure what colour carpet I'm going to do. But and I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop. I'm going to finish the window, and I'm going to do the wall. So I'm going to use my rose pink and do the whole wall. I am going to colour over the stars, okay, because they're going to be darker, so it's fine. And all the dots and everything. I'm obviously not going to colour over all the bottles and all that, you know. And I'm going to do these mini windows as well. So I'm going to do all that. I will do it all, and I will share a picture at the end, so you'll be able to see what it all looks like when it's done and decide if you like it. And then I can come back and we can start some of the little details at some point. As I say, I can't say when it's going to be. It's a bit tricky, my schedule at the minute, but you know, we'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching, and check out the picture at the end, and happy colouring.